So this video is about Maestra Anita's amazing DAG reading. DAG stands for Direction from Ancestors and Guides. So why would someone want to do this kind of reading in the first place? First of all, because it's super cool. I like it because it brings a lot of clarity. What are some of the things that clients usually come in asking you?
Well, they really want clarity in their purpose in life. They want to know about their love life, about their finances, about their past lives, about what they can do to communicate better with spirit, how they can learn how to do certain things so they can feel more connected.
I love that. I think people also ask questions about all kinds of random life stuff like health and family members and other relationships, but also deceased family members. I feel like that's a really surprisingly meaningful and emotional point. But my favorite questions are usually about that next level spiritual evolution, about how to grow in your talents, what's really that purpose, what's that next evolution look like, and what does your spirit have to say about what your next step can look like.
Right.
So what exactly is a DAG reading? For me, it's in the name, Directions from Ancestors and Guides. So a medium can translate messages from ancestors, usually deceased family, right? Which is surprisingly meaningful, actually, the first time I experienced it. It can be that too, but it can also be ancestors further back, and this can be blood ancestry and also spirit ancestors, which is a little bit different and really interesting as well. But also what's really different about this reading and what makes it really interesting for me is that you can speak to spirit guides. So this can be interdimensional energies that are specifically there to support you and assist you in your life. And that can be angels, star beings, other types of ancestors, elementals. It's always different for everyone, but it's always there to help you.
We always have guides around us. They're there loving us and supporting us every step of the way in our lives. We're never alone. It's so wonderful to acknowledge their presence, to really hear clearly what they're saying to us, because they want to help us and guide us and give us clarity. There's no need for confusion in your life when you can hear your guides, because they're there and they've always been there. And what's great is that you are an interdimensional being, which means that you have these potent beings all around you from different dimensions. Many of us have star beings, and infinite intelligence is inside of us, and they're there to remind us of this constantly, to remind us of our power, to remind us of our purpose and of ourselves and how to love ourselves.
So who speaks? Who are you? So your channel for this experience is Maestra Anita. Maestra is a beautiful title that was given by a 6th generation Shipibo shaman and designates a master teacher in shamanic arts. So a traditional shaman is supposed to be able to see among the dimensions and interact with different energies and different dimensions, among other things. So this is a beautiful skill set to bring into this type of practice. And before that, she was actually a very talented channel and healer and psychic anyway. So it was there's a lot of skills being brought into this experience. My favorite part about all of it is that you are a teacher, master teacher. So my favorite part about this experience is you're teaching about how to do this work for yourself, about how to access your own spirit guides, about how to be able to improve that relationship with your own ancestors in the way that is best for you according to your guides, because that's what she'll be interacting with. How do you feel about that?
As a teacher, I am so grateful to remind each person that I see about their own brilliance, about how they can do what it is that they really want, that they are the answer to every question they have. And I started this, you could say I was born into this. I was born with this ability to see and hear things that a lot of people didn't. At the age of 15 is when I really started channeling and doing healing work for others. And since then, my life has been learning one tradition after another, expanding, and it's all been a very deep journey within myself that I get to share with others, these experiences, and the beauty of being able to share with others also what their specific guides are saying. That for me, it's such a blessing because the information that I hear is just phenomenal. I see it kind of like a visceral movie that is happening. I can see your life and all the dimensions where you think that you are everywhere. And I could see that and splice, like, you know, like in a movie reel. And it's with the feelings, with the smells, with the colors, and it's all about you. And it's all about these lifelong lessons, these threads, these lessons that we come here to learn, and to understand compassion and non-judgment.
So you mentioned channeling. What is going on there? A lot of people use this word. A lot of new channels are coming into space, which is amazing. So what does that mean for you, particularly as regards to this experience?
Okay. So for me, during this experience, like I said, I hear it. I hear the messages of your guides directly. I can hear them. I can see them, and I'm interacting with them. And sometimes I allow them to come completely through me, which means that they take over my body.
Which is simultaneously cool and sometimes a little unsettling. So how does a DAG reading work? The whole process is just 3 steps. Step 1, get excited and write some questions. It's better if you write them and bring them with you because sometimes the experience can be a little intense or really exciting, so it's easy to forget the questions that we had, even if they seemed important. And I really want you to get the absolute most out of the experience and have all of your questions answered. So it's better to write them down and bring them with you. Step 2 is just come and enjoy the experience. The likelihood is she'll probably just start talking, because if you're feeling interested or somehow called to this experience, it's probably because your guides are trying to give you messages and are pushing towards you receiving them with more clarity, which is what this experience can offer. So your job is just to come and relax and be open and enjoy. So of course your guides want to communicate more clearly with you. They're always trying anyway, whether we're listening or not. And this experience will naturally amplify that connection. Kind of like when you hear a song, you don't know the words, but then someone tells you what the words are, and then every time you hear the song, you can't not hear it. So it's sort of like that, because at the same time the guides will be speaking to her, they'll be speaking to you also. So you'll have this natural resonance experience that can amplify your own connection. So the best thing you can do is just be really present, which is why I will be there with you to take notes for you. You can even record the session if you like. And then of course, we will be asking how you can cultivate that connection with even greater depth moving forward. So the whole energy of the experience will cultivate a greater conscious connection anyway. The energy is actually a really big part of it. You should probably speak to that.
So the energy can get very intense, and the reason why it gets intense is because you feel something. It's like in between time and space, there's such presence that there's a stillness that it shakes you a little bit. It's great. And that's why it's so good to just relax, because the more that you relax, because it feels good to relax and just to listen. And when you listen and you relax, you get so much information. And when you hear the truth, when you hear something that resonates within you, it sends this like healing vibe up and down your body. It's amazing.
I love that a lot of people actually experience some type of healing or vibrational change because they're in a state of being more receptive, and it's their own guides talking to them. It's not information that's coming from a psychic or a spiritual guide or a teacher. It's their own inner wisdom, and I love that. So step 3 is an integration experience with me. This will be clarity coaching. I often also receive information during these sessions for you, so I can share that with you. And my goal for you is for you to take this information that you've received and make it practical, make it useful, make it clear, understand it, and the whole experience. The channeled session plus the integration usually operates around 3 hours or so, sometimes a little bit more, so plan for that. So step 4, I know I said 3. Step 4 is to go forth and enjoy your new revelations, to move forward with a greater connection with your own ancestral experience, your own spirit guide team, and the tools to create an even deeper connection, sometimes with practices, sometimes with an energetic shift, but always with new information which can help you move forward in your life in a new way.
New tools are always a great thing.
Oh yeah. So now some commonly asked questions. Question 1.
So is this against my religion?
This is a great question. This experience is not religious. It is deeply spiritual and deeply personal. So that can mean whatever it means for you and fits directly into your existing belief system, which is wonderful. And most religions make some space for angels anyway. Question number 2.
Is it weird?
Sometimes, but if we want different information or a different experience, we got to do something a little different. And when an energy is coming from between time and space, then sometimes that can feel a little strange. Some clients say, though, that it feels natural and normal and like home because it is their own home guidance system that is working for them.
And usually people leave feeling peaceful.
Really peaceful.
And clear.
Really supported.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Question number 3.
What if I'm nervous?
Nervous. That is actually not uncommon. 1, because it's different and maybe a little bit strange and maybe not like something you've done before. But actually, nervousness is a good sign that something in you is anticipating a beautiful change, and you don't have to resist it. You can just be excited about it. And if you're feeling a little nervous or uncomfortable, that is actually a really good sign that it can be a really powerful experience for you. Question number 4.
Well, what if I'm excited?
That's a really good sign too. Excitement and interest indicate a push in that direction. And a lot of times we feel an inspiration or a calling, and this is often encouragement from spirit, which is why sometimes it seems mysterious. So if you're feeling really excited, then send us a message. So if you have any other questions about this type of experience, or you want to learn how to have it for yourself, then feel free to send us a message, ask your questions. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and cared for and supported and safe every step of the way. So feel free to say hi, and we look forward to seeing you soon.